What's good, guys, and welcome back to the channel. The weather is getting nicer. We're getting into one of my favorite times of the year. So there have been some recent footwear pickups that I wanted to show you guys in this video that I will be rocking in the upcoming spring months, and also some sneakers that I have been saving for a while until the weather got a bit better. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my spring footwear rotation. And as always, I want to hear in the comments, what have you guys been saving up for the springtime to finally get them out the box? And let this video be a reminder to wear your shoes, guys. There's no point just collecting them. You gotta wear them and enjoy them. So with that being said, let's get into the video. The first shoe I want to show you guys is from Adidas. They're definitely my favorite brand right now, and this is a collab that I think is so slept on. Everyone seemed to be talking about the Nigel Jordan 4s this week, but in my opinion, the best sneaker release of this past week was the Adidas Superstar collab with Songs for the Mute, which is a brand that is based out of Australia. And in my opinion, outside of Wales Bonner, I think Songs for the Mute is right now the best partnership going for Adidas. I've really liked some of their previous pairs, but they have been done on models that aren't necessarily some of my favorite Adidas models. But these right here on the Superstars, yeah, I needed these. They dropped in 3 different colorways, white, black, and honestly both of those are fire as well. But the one that I had my eyes on from the beginning was this brown pair. It's a very versatile colorway, and it really goes well with the types of clothes I wear in my wardrobe. And the execution on this pair is just so nice. This is a beautiful pair, and it's all about the materials used here, or the variety of materials. Both the right and left pairs are kind of split down the middle, because on one side you have suede being used, and on the other a very soft, I would say aged leather. Both the suede and the leather are so soft, in fact, that you can actually even use these shoes as slip-on shoes. The heels can just sink down and you can slide your feet right in there. And it does come with these cream laces. And one more thing that's very interesting about this particular pair of Superstars is that you'll notice the laces even go through the shell cap of the shoe, which I don't really remember seeing before on Superstars. Small detail, but I like it. You got some minimal branding near the heel where you see the Songs to the Mute logo and 005, which is, I believe, because this is their 5th collab so far with Adidas, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the biggest fan, however, of the tab on the tongue. I just feel like it's a bit too big, but that is really my only knock on the shoe, because other than that, I think this is a beautiful, well executed pair and my favorite collab so far from Songs to the Mute. I'm also really looking forward to their upcoming Taekwondo May collab. I think they got 3 more pairs coming, and these shoes dropped with some really nice apparel as well. I even went ahead and copped the pants, which I think are sick. They're wide fit, and I like the way the stripes are done on them, and of course they go great with the sneakers. And when it comes to sizing, so with the Superstars I always fit a half size down, so I got these in a 10.5, and as expected they are the right size. I did feel like the toe area was slightly more narrow on this pair compared to some previous Superstars, and maybe that has to do with the fact that this pair does have a bit of lacing through the toe, but I think you could loosen up the laces a bit. I definitely don't think you need to go true to size in these unless you have wide feet, but for most of you guys, true to size should fit best in this shoe. These are just super nice. In fact, if these end up going on sale, then I think I'm definitely gonna also get the black colorway in these. Shoes this nice that you can get for retail don't come around too often, so take advantage of them. Next pair I wanted to talk about, well, I already did a whole review of this shoe on my channel, but I've yet to un-DS them. I'm finally gonna rock them in the springtime, and that is of course the Hidden New York Gel Venture 6. These are going to go hard in the spring with that turquoise colored Asics logo. I am a mega fan of the Asics and Hidden New York collabs. Of course, I even have these down here, which is the Gel NYC, and these 2 pairs definitely some of my favorite Asics pairs ever. The Gel Venture 6 is a pretty interesting model because it's supposed to be a trail running shoe. I do not expect to be doing any trail running or hiking in these. I'm strictly going to be wearing them for casual purposes, but throw these on with a nice pair of blue jeans, they're gonna go hard. The Gel Venture 6 shield also does come with this additional rubber layer that you see on the mudguard, so it does protect your shoe a little bit from getting too dirty, although it would be pretty hard to keep these clean because most of the shoe is done in white. But you get some pretty durable materials here, as the upper is mainly done out of a ripstop nylon. And what I'm excited to do is throw on those transparent laces on this shoe, something I haven't seen before. These will be featuring heavy in the spring rotation, in case you guys are wondering about sizing. With most Asics sneakers, I go a half size up, like the Gel Kayano 14s and also the GT 2160, but not in these. These I definitely would say go true to size, and some of you might even find that a bit too big and want to go down half a size from your true size. I feel like if you have wider feet, then you want to go true size or even slightly wide feet. But some of you narrow footers out there, I think could even go half a size down in these. They do fit a bit bigger than most other Asics sneakers. But in terms of comfort though, these are very comfortable shoes. Can't go wrong with any of these Asics models. So yeah, I am hyped that it's finally springtime and I can rock these. The next two shoes in this video are gonna be from a brand that I haven't talked about before. The name of this brand is Cricle Cage, and I have been silently watching them for a while now because I think they're putting out some of the most interesting footwear, but you guys need to see these shoes. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is their Mountain Derby. They are derby shoes done in a very interesting way because as you can tell, these kind of look like hiking sneakers, but a low top dress shoe version of them, which is a very interesting concept that I haven't really seen before. I went with this khaki colorway, which I really like. However, there are a bunch of other colorways available on their site that are, I would say, a bit more traditional looking, including a leather pair. But this khaki colorway, the default laces that come with them are these pink rope style laces, which are definitely very loud, but somehow I think they go great on this shoe. But they also gave me two extra pairs of laces here, including some yellow ones, and then you have these more traditional looking hiking laces. Oh, and also every single pair of shoes comes with this dust bag. I honestly think for the price, this is a really great product. The suede on here is very nice. You get this really shaggy suede. Great quality on these and surprisingly really comfortable. If you are wondering about sizing, so these do fit quite big. The website suggested to go a full size down from your regular size, which is what I did. I am a European size 45 and I got these in a European 44. And I would suggest you guys too, if you normally wear a size 11, go with a size 10. And if you typically wear one of the half sizes, like a 10.5, then you want to size down by half. As these only come in full sizes, they don't make these in half sizes, but these are awesome. I can already think of some outfits I'm gonna rock with these, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. I'm posting outfits on there pretty much daily on my Instagram stories, so make sure you're following me. And the second pair from Cricle Cage that I want to show you guys is the Flexor Court Low. And they aren't kidding when they say low, because this is actually the lowest profile sneaker that I own right now. Visually, it is a super interesting design, especially with the asymmetric laces, and this puffy leather on the front part of the shoe is really nice. The model, definitely some of you might have caught on to this. It definitely reminds me of the Nike T90s. Those football shoes which Nike did recently re-release. These look very similar except that they don't have the big 90 branding on the medial side, or of course any of that Nike branding. I think the T90s are great shoes, and of course they bring up a lot of nostalgia, for me included. I used to play football on them. But if you just really like that model but didn't really want all that branding on it, then I think these are a great option. Especially this colorway with the black and white laces just looks so clean, and it is very nice quality as well. Very nice leather that they've used on this pair. And for sizing on these, you actually want to go up one full size from whatever your normal size is, because these do fit quite narrow. So I got these in the EU 46, even though I normally wear a EU 45, and they fit perfect. As the website says, go up a full size in these. Next, I want to talk about New Balance real quick. So I actually got this shoe all the way back on Black Friday for a super steal price, but I have not worn them yet because I was waiting for the springtime. This is a very spring colorway. It is the New Balance 996 in the pink haze colorway. And typically I wouldn't really wear this color, but somehow on the 996s, or I would say in New Balances, this color works quite well. And this shoe right now, if you check on StockX, you can get them for ridiculously low prices, like basically less than 50% off the retail price. And it is a very nice pair. Check out the quality of the suede on there. Super shaggy suede. I actually don't own any 996s. This is my first pair. Question, if you guys had a shoe like this, would you try to rock it with like a full pastel type of outfit, or like what's the best way to style something like this? Because I actually don't own anything like it. For sizing on these, so I got them in my true size, a US 11. For me, they fit pretty good. good. These, however, maybe I could have gone a half size down. However, half a size down was not available at the time. This was the only pair, which I actually got for just 75 euros on a Black Friday sale. However, I think most of you guys can probably fit quite good going a half size down. And if you have wider feet, then yeah, you can go with your true size like I did. I do question though why the retail price on this pair is around $250. I would never personally pay that price for these, just because there's definitely some better shoes, some better technology available if you're going to be spending $250. But for the prices they're going for right now, I think these are great. One more pair of New Balances I have to talk about were my favorite pair of New Balances or favorite pair of shoes last year, and that is of course the Junya Watanabe 1906L. You already know these are going to be getting plenty of use in the springtime. I really didn't wear these much in the winter time. I usually go for boots or just something a bit more durable. But now that we're getting back into the spring, I definitely think the sneaker loafer trend is not going away anytime soon. In fact, it seems to be getting even bigger and bigger. And out of all the sneaker loafers out there, for me, it's undisputed that this pair right here is the best one. In case you guys missed out on the Junyas, by the way, there's going to be a black leather version of this pair dropping, pretty much identical to this shoe right here, except it doesn't say Junya Watanabe on the tongue, which I know a lot of you guys didn't even like that. I love these. They're so versatile and they're so comfortable. I mean, you can literally wear this with any outfit, more dressier outfits, more chill outfits. I think this is simply one of the best shoes we've seen in the last couple of years, even though I don't get why a lot of people have been hating on them. The only thing I don't like so far about the 1906L is that pretty much every pair I've gotten so far has been fitting completely different. With this pair, I got them in my true size. They were quite tight in the beginning, but then the leather really started to wear in, and now I think they fit perfect. But some of the mesh pairs that have dropped, like that original gray pair, that one I thought was way too tight in my true size. You had to go up half a size. And then when you look at those suede pairs, which also recently dropped, those are actually way too big at true to size. You have to go down half a size in them. So it's really difficult to give you proper sizing advice. But since the next pair, the black ones, are going to be made out of leather, I'm going to compare them with my Junya pair, which for me fit best at true to size. So that is my advice to you guys who are going to be going for that pair. And the last pair of sneakers I want to talk about, now these to me, these are the king of the springtime from all the shoes that I own. I bring these out. I have brought them out the last couple of years, and they are just chef's kiss. These are of course the Gucci Gazelles. I got them in this very bright pink color a couple of years ago, and they're still one of my go-tos during the spring season when you want that nice pop of color. It's still the shoe that every single time I wear them, I get compliments on them. And it's just not a very in-your-face Gucci sneaker because the branding is very subtle. Like, it pretty much just says on the back, you can see the Gucci logo there, but otherwise it does kind of look like a pair of Gazelles. But the colorway is what really drew me to it, and the materials too, very unusual to see on a pair of Gazelles because it's made out of this like velvet material. It does feel very premium, and speaking of premium, the price on these were premium. In fact, it still to this day is the most amount of money that I have personally spent on a shoe. I spent around, I think, 600 euros for these, but I do not whatsoever regret doing that because I just love these. If you are visiting Berlin in the springtime and you bump into me, chances are pretty high that I'll be wearing these. And that's about it. That is my spring rotation. Man, I'm so excited it's the springtime, guys. I just could not stand the winter anymore, and I'm just excited for the year. And this month of March, doesn't it feel like it's going somewhere, like it's got somewhere to be? Like we're almost already at like the end of March. But of course, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know what you guys are going to be rocking this spring season. And thank you as always for clicking on this video and supporting my content all these years, every season. I appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, make sure you are following me on Instagram. That's why I'm dropping content on the daily. And of course, stay tuned for my podcast. Links to that can be found in the description. The next episode should be dropping fairly soon, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.